Well, hello there, people of the internet. Hello again, I'm TheMBmulti and welcome back to my Let's Play Dwarf Fortress Part 63. In the last episodes, we were busy building the forward outpost, and... oh yeah, we were doing a lot of stuff, then the game crashed and then we had to do it all over again. That's basically what happened in the last episodes. In this episode, we're going to, of course, continue working on that forward outpost, and I'm also planning to start on building the... final part of the what's it called of the well, not the final part. Start on working the what's it called, the Dwarven Pantheon. Although I still cannot specify. Oh, we are also doing this with the rooms apparently. So let's get that done first. To be honest. But yeah, I was also planning to start on working with the on the Pantheon, even though I still cannot. Oh, dump! Even though I still cannot specify statues in the Mason's workshop, because that's the whole reason why I wanted to do it. I will just do that anyway. Also. You guys are... I can see that you guys are still around. Crooked crossbows. Don't you have a training ground up here? No, I've only done this for these guys, for bolts of bad guys. Alright, so in that case, build archery target, which is capital H. Let's make a new archery range. Well, the archery range is already there, but we just need to set the targets. There, so that we can move the other crossbow soldiers out of there. Alright, so let's take a look. These sleeping quarters are for Armok's archers. These are for the crooked crossbows. And this is for... bolts of bad guys. Where the hell do bolts of bad guys sleep then? Do they already have an area down here? This is Blades of Greatness. This is Risen's Guard. Bolts of bad guys sleep there. This is for Axes of Death. Right, so we got one crossbow squad, two crossbow squads, 3 crossbow squads, and 1 melee squad, 2 melee squads, 3 melee squads. Okay, so we got 3 on both, but I wanted to have at least 3 archers and then 3 crossbows and 4 melee. This is crooked crossbows. This is for Armok's archers, so we'll make a new one. Oh. A migrant has arrived. Literally just one migrant. The fortress is already full as it is, so that would make sense that it's only one guy that's coming over. I really should name them. I've waited with doing that for such a long time. Yeah, because we need... how many builds? Bed. How many beds do we actually have? A couple. Oh, no. Not an armor stance. Remove building. There. Build bed. There. So let's fill this area up, because this is going to be where... Alright, and then we need chests. Oh no, we don't want those bags. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. build container. No, these are all leather bags. Schist coffer, yeah, there we go. Leather bags. Oh, we don't have any others. Okay. Alright, Mason, you can stop with the statues because you can't specify them anyway. You can stop with everything. You need to make coffers repeatedly. And you need to make doors repeatedly. That's what you need to do. Also, the carpenter needs to make beds. What is the carpenter doing now? Making barrels and bins. No, you need to make beds now. Right, build a door. We have to freaking up the door in there. And then we need to place the beds in, the ones that we have. Like that, and then we may need to make more beds for these rooms, and then some more coffers to put in those rooms. This is all been turned into rooms, right? Yes. Good. Also, we need to smooth this out. So, oh, we also need to build a door. Build a door there, and then we need to designate smooth stone through that area. We also need to engrave it because we haven't got engravings here, so it only makes sense to do it with the others as well. It's just the same building, just one layer up. Alright, so this is all going fairly well actually. Dwarf suspend construction of bed. Where? Which one? That's holding. This is suspended. Don't suspend that. Just because there's some galena in the way doesn't automatically mean that you can't do that. So the carpenter's made a masterful bed. But yeah, I was still thinking of where I should build the where I should build the thing. What's it called? The Pantheon. Because I thought like this is this layer doesn't really have anything, so could be like a good addition there. But yeah, this is my like the stockpile area. So like an entire layer just specifically for that building would be quite cool. But it would also be extremely far down. So, or I could do it like up here. As an extension of this hallway. Or maybe, and there's not a lot of room here, but I could do it like over here. I wanted to originally do it over here, but the bath from the bathhouse is in the way, so we can't do that. Because yeah, it's going to be like a huge selection of these types of rooms, well, like this size, next to each other, which ends in like the big temple in the end. Yeah, this temple is for the god that's dedicated most. Can't remember which one. I believe it's the god of Earth. And then this is another one. Which a lot of people here worship. But alright. Alright, so those things have been built. So build construction wall. What the hell does it say that we can build something there, like there's a wall there? Construction present, what the hell is that? Oh, we built a floor there. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, of course, because I did it on both sides. Build construction wall. That's because of the next thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Not brass bars, granites. And we construct another wall over here out of schist. Because we need to kind of like put the levers. So yeah, the top lever does this bridge. Then one of the others does this one. I guess the second one does that one, and the third one does that one. And if it doesn't, then we should change it that way, because that way I can actually remember it for once. Because I keep forgetting. Also, the water is a steady 5 in the modes now, so that's good. It shall like slowly increase to a 6 and then eventually to a 7. There's a lot of shit in the modes. A whole bunch of bolts, and there is a sage in the mode as well. But I guess that's a human, so he doesn't drown as quickly as a dwarf. But that's my idea. But yeah, the forward outpost is getting along quite nicely, I think. Right, so the carpenter's creating a lot of beds, so we need to make sure that we don't actually make way too many. So I'll start placing them in. Wow, 15 beds! In that short amount of time. Right, how about the coffers? That's leather. Those are just leather bags. Schist coffers. Schist coffers. There we go. 2. Right, so we can tell the carpenter to stop, because he's already done everything. Or he's at least made all the beds that we need. Food is fine. We have some puppies that we can make available. Cow. Yeah, cow, hen. I believe those are for downstairs in the pasture / cavern. Right, so there's the cow and the yak cow are down there. Yeah, I can see both of them. That's good. The cave seems to be quite peaceful now. There are a lot of cobwebs over there. Cave spider silk web. But I can't actually get over there because it is completely filled with trees. So designate chop down tree there and there. And while we're at it, might as well chop this and that one as well. And I'll designate some regular digging. Like that. And that. Because they've like collected all the silk everywhere except over there. Also, the people are mandating stuff. The mayor wants earrings to be made. That's one of those specific things that we can't get. Right, so we want... Stop at the bookcases. You need to make rock crafts as much as possible. Because an earring is one of the crafts, and I can't specifically tell them to make earrings. I probably would if I was able to do details, but I'm not able to do that, unfortunately. Maybe it's because of my version or something. Maybe I need to upgrade my update my Dwarf Fortress version. Don't know how I can do that and keep my save file, because of course I'm not going to start my entire fortress all over again. Might as well just have to check out how that works. Also, I thought that we engraved an extra slab. Oh no, we don't. Maybe this is for Yin. Sorry, that was to put his ghost to rest. Yeah. Don't have any ghosts, right? That's Yin's. Yeah, okay, we don't have any ghosts. Any unwanted visitors? We have a bunch of Crundles down in the caves. A whole bunch of them, actually. That's fine. Those Crundles can't do anything. They're just very pathetic animals. A Goblin Engineer. is swimming in the moat. Okay. There are three guys kind of stuck down there. Anyway, the Goblin Engineer is visiting us, so a lot of poets and bards, and of course our cave spider who doesn't want to cooperate with us. Elf animal caretaker, goblin dyer. I mean, it's pretty weird, to be honest. I mean, we're at war with the goblins, but not all the goblins want to actually fight us. Alright, so that is just getting constructed. Where can we... Yeah, these are locations, yeah. The Musical Inn of the Lights, which is a tavern. The Dungeons of Purity, which is the other tavern. Temple dedicated to Risen the Tinkle. The Holy Abbey of Dirt. The Crystalline Temple, dedicated to Teshkat the Green Luxuries. And the Palace of Justice, which is our library. And of course, Elgate, the Ancient Canyon Castle, is the fortress. I actually didn't want to look at that. I did, but I didn't. That wasn't the idea. Few items in buildings, few rooms in buildings. This menu. Shift L. Yeah, it says artifacts, but these are just books. Oh, there we go. Oh, these are... Oh, I thought the list stopped, but it doesn't stop. It just it keeps going. These are all the books that are available in our library. That's all the blue ones, that is. All the brown ones are things that we made. Because we got a gypsum crown over here. We have an emu bone mask. A cat bone cage. A gypsum bellar. A floodgate. A mug. Leather helmet, a low boots, a ring, an amazing dog bone bin, which actually holds some items. Clean up mechanism, amulets, earring, tunic, zikron, puzzle book, earring, amulets, wood cup. We don't really have a lot of good legendary items, to be honest. I mean, I've had more amazing things than those things. Those are trinkets that are very valuable, but I've had some pretty amazing ones in other fortresses that I made. I had because I told you guys that I wanted a champion, that I was wondering when I was going to get a champion, because it's also, you can select champion to the noble screen. But you can't right now because we don't have because it's not listed here, the champion. Maybe they took it out, I don't know. But the because you can get a champion usually when you become a barony. You can get a champion, and I always would make the champion the leader of a squad. We usually the Praetorian squad, which guarded the king. And I would give the champion, who was of course the militia captain at the same time, I would give him the most epic armor of all, you know. He would get, because he would get those artifacts as armor. I once had an amazing golden helmet, a fantastic steel breastplate with a lot of depictions of stuff on it, and I gave all that to the champion, and that's he just had the best armor ever. Not best as in that it was very efficient. It was, of course, but mostly because it looked amazing on him. But yeah, we don't have a champion, unfortunately. Don't know why he doesn't spawn, but... Alright, so almost everyone is now a novice spear dwarf. And of course, this guy's adequate spear dwarf. But most of these... So the Praetorians are becoming pretty good at actually using their spears. Equip. So yeah, they all have spears. Axe of Death, breastplates, metal headwear, This guy actually is the only guy that has metal legwear. Handwear, footwear is the only one. Yeah, the rest, we need to give the rest metal legwear as well. We need to get the forge worked up again. We need to make some armor. I can't remember what I gave them as armor. Iron mask. Breastplates. Where is it? Armor. Specific armor. Yeah, these are fucking robes and stuff that I don't want to give to him. Yeah. Breastplates. We need to make some legwear. I believe I made copper armor for everyone. Because we do have, I believe, copper. Right, so we have galena. You got cassiterite in here. What the hell is this stockpile for anyway? Settings. This stockpile is actually for nothing. Right, so I want this for stone, but then just enable stone, and then we forbid all that. We just want metal ores in there. Right. So in this we have bars. We have lead, of course. We got fucking tons of lead. Some gold bars that we bought, and bronze and copper. Yeah, we can't make silver armor. That would be beautiful because then we can use the galena. But right, so make potash from ash, not necessary. Make ash, also not necessary. Smelt tephrodite ore. Non-metal object, smelt native gold, smelt galena ore, cassiterite ore. I'll just really quickly check because I cannot remember what everything turns into anymore. So I was on pause. Dwarf Fortress cassiterite. Alright, so cassiterite. Oh, whoops, no. Cassiterite is the only ore of tin. This ore can also be smelted into alloys, bronze. Yeah. So, alright, so that is tin. And we can turn it into bronze bars with native copper, malachite, or tephrodite. Do we have tephrodite? Yes, we do, because it says that we can melt tephrodite ore. Right, tephrodite. I can't remember what it looks like. Oh, I believe it's this, right? Yeah, that's tephrodite. Okay. So tephrodite is an ore of copper and silver. So that's copper, of course. And copper and tin make bronze. And that's the best metal armor that we can get. Or iron, but we don't have any native iron in this map, unfortunately. So smelting tephrodite will produce 4 copper bars and 0 to 4 silver bars with a 20% chance of each silver bar being produced. On average, each nugget of tephrodite will produce less than 1 bar of silver when smelted. Tephrodite can also be used in alloy reactions, requiring either copper-bearing ore, a copper-bearing ore or a silver-bearing ore, but will only be used as a silver ore if no other silver ores are available. 2 tephrodite nuggets can be smelted together as a copper-bearing ore, and the silver-bearing ore might be might be 8 billion bars. Alright. So it says that we alright, so we have tethradites. That's in the caves, I believe. Oh no, this is cassiterite. So we have cassiterite, we have loads of cassiterite in the cave, so that's tin. That's a lot of tin that we can grab. There's loads of stuff in here, so that's not a problem. Now we need to know where is a big supply of tethrite and how does it look like. That's a gem. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so this is the marble stuff. Yeah, these were our marble mines in our attempt to find gold, which haven't really worked out at all. Right, in there. Oh, there is tethrite and galena. Right, there's tethrite all on the walls here. This area is full of tethrite, so we can pull a lot of tethrite from there. So with those two, we can make bronze. Okay. Alright, so what else do we have? So we have galena, cassiterite, and tethrite. We can make bronze bars, of course. Electrum bars, billion bars, fine pewter bars, adamantine wafers. Yeah, these are the only materials that we have. We have a very tiny little bit of native gold, galena ore, cassiterite ore, and tethrite ore. So we have silver, tin, and copper. Well, if we have tin and copper in one place, we can just make it out of bronze immediately. But I don't know what it says, so I'll just... There. Make bronze bars, use ores. Make bronze bars, use bars. Alright, so we want... Make bronze bars, use ores. Do that. Repeatedly. You don't need to smelt tethrite ore, because we will just use ores straight away. Because otherwise it's just a waste of fuel. We have to turn it into bars, and then we use those bars to do it again. This is why we just do it once. It's a lot more efficient. So we can make bronze now with the very big supply of cassiterite and tethrite we have in the caves down there. That's basically the best metal armor that we can make on our own, because we can of course buy iron from the traders, but we cannot mine iron ourselves because there just isn't any iron in this map. There's just galena, unfortunately. So I will just designate and I'll order a lot of cassiterite mining to happen down here. Alright, so we'll just do that. Take this out. Just mine all the cassiterite that you can. There we go. And there's a lot more over here, I believe. Yeah, there. But we will leave that for now. And down here. We'll go down to there, dig. And then you can just dig all that out. Tethradites. Alright. So in the meantime, this is going on. Construction inactive. What do you need to build floors, like specifically like next to them? They can't be diagonally, they have to actually be like next to them to build walls. So dwarves were able to do stuff diagonally as well. But that's why I only build this one, so they can stand here, do that one and that one, and they can stand there to do that one. But for now it doesn't look like. We'll wait a bit, perhaps they will, but it just takes a while. We could check here to see if we can find someone that is making a constructing a building. because I don't have any other buildings ordered to be made, so everyone's storing items, harvesting plants, planting seeds. We've threatened to silk. We're making a lot of silk now because of all the webs that we found. Watch kicking demonstration. Lead kicking demonstration. Individual combat drill. Watch miscellaneous object demonstration. Alright, no one is doing that, so build construction floor. Do that out of schist. And then another floor out of... Where's schist? Schist. There. And it should be fine. Alright, so how is... Alright, so that's all good. Actually, really quickly, want to check, because I don't want to move any of this. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's all been forbidden. Well, not all of it, just some of it. Why don't they move any of this stuff inside? It's not forbidden. Yeah, of course, the stuff that's in the trade depot, that is actually for selling, so that's no need to move that. It's late summer, it's getting close to autumn, which means that we will be able to sell our things again to the traders, if the goblins don't attack. Hopefully they won't, but you never know. So yeah, the design of the palace is here. We could start working on the palace at any time, of course, just to make sure that it's actually complete. To make sure that it's like completely ready once the king arrives. But or make it completely ready, and then I can ask the king to arrive. Basically, I do actually want to make an extra room here. Just because. Because we can't build a lot of golden things. So therefore we have to compensate with size. And lots of other stuff that you don't need. There. So we'll just give the king so many rooms that we will meet his level of satisfaction anyway. And the rooms that we have, we will fill to the brim with stuff. The most exceptionally designed armor stands and weapon racks and whatnot. I will make some golden things, of course, because we have some gold, so we will use it. But yeah, this is basically what's going to happen is this is going to be the the courtyard of the palace with the sculpture garden. And of course, here are the barracks for the Praetorians. Then you come over here. Then you go into this massive hall, which is going to be the throne room for the king. His golden throne will be seated there, and there will be lines of going to probably make golden statues or marble statues or mix between the two, like lining up over here. And if I would specify which things, I would prefer to have like a line of dwarven kings. It would be quite cool. But yeah, there will be lines of statues going along here, and there will be engravings in the walls. Then you go here to the dining room. In all these little things will be statues. There will be a very long table with chairs on the sides. And this is going to be the master bedroom. They're going to be this is going to be like just a nice little room. Study room, probably another study room, and I'll just figure out what to put in those rooms. Perhaps I could make his tomb in there or something. Oh no, what would be better if we put his tomb in like a basement section of the Pantheon that we're going to make. Right, so... Oh, I've kind of messed this up, because now I can't make another stairway down on that size. Yeah, alright, that's a bit a shame, but okay. So we'll designate this to be removed. No, actually, hang on a minute, because then I'll make it all the way out here. Well, then I could make it go upstairs, alright, so that's actually fine. Where am I? There I am. Alright, so designate this to be removed. We will continue all the way until there, and then you'll make a downward stairway going there, upward stairway there, and then you dig a thing here, and then this is where the Pantheon is going to go. We'll start it a bit earlier, actually. I don't know how many gods I have to make a room for, but we will see. Right, so is this the length that I want, or the width? Width, I should say. I think it's fine. One, two, three. We'll just select that. Alright, so between the pillars are going to be the entrances, of course, for the temple. So, like that. All the temples are going to be of the same size. And of the same shape. They will just be dedicated to different gods. There we go. I just need to make it one longer. No, two longer, never mind. There. Oh, whoops. Just like trying to settle on a design here. I guess this is fine. And then the statue is going to go there. And then we'll have like chairs seated around here. And then it's going to be one off like that. And then designates, here's going to be the next one. Oh, whoops, this is one too far. Have I done this properly now? I don't think so. Wait a minute. Let's get rid of this entire thing. Start again. From here. This is like this. And then we have another layer that goes like that, and then we got like 2 there. We're going to look at this line, and then here's going to be the 3 wide gap. Then there's going to be this. And there we go. Then that should be exactly the same size. And then this should be like this. And it will be the exact same on the other side. And then in between the pillars we can put some statues. And this is basically going to lead all the way this way. And then here is going to be the Grand Temple, which will once again be dedicated to Risen the Tinkle, the god of the earth. And in that temple will be a stairway going downstairs, and that will house the tombs of the nobles. I will move the tombs of the barons there, and also the humongous mausoleum of the king will be located there. No, no. And there we go. Alright, I can't remember. I don't really know how long this is supposed to be, so. Alright, so we only need 4. And that is another one. We'll start with 4. I mean, that's a pretty decent beginning. Pretty challenging beginning, actually. Alright. And then here will be, of course, another one. And then it's going to keep going until we don't have any gods anymore. Or we can go like bonkers and go to 6 immediately, because I'm already doing these ones. Oh, no. And we do this. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. It's one of those light grey things. Don't know why, it's just in for now for a nice texture, I guess, so it doesn't look completely black. That you have an idea that your computer crashed. And yeah, the next pillars aren't there just yet. So there's a lot of digging that the miners can do, but they can do it because We're dwarves, for crying out loud. Rock is in our blood. Alright, so now that the mason... Let's actually... We could do with an extra mason's workshop, to be honest. Oh, this thing is just like... It has been built. Workshop. Mason's workshop. There. Out of schist. Because I could really do with like 2 masons working at the same time. Because we need a lot of statues and chairs to be made for the new farms, for the new Pantheon. I mean, look at this, and it's going to continue all the way through here, and then, as I said, eventually it's going to go here until there are no more gods left. Hopefully I will make it, because we already have 6, and there are a bunch of gods, and we're already this far, so hopefully we will be able to make it. And eventually here will be the Grand Temple, as I said, with a lot of chairs, like statues everywhere, the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And then behind the altar, behind the altar is going to be a stairway, which is going to go 1 extra layer down. And then we'll be here, and that will have basically the mausoleum of the temple, where all of the nobles will have their graves, and also the king will have his mausoleum there. Alright, so once again I'm going to just really quickly try. Mountainous guards. How about I just move an actual military squad? Blaze of Greatness, B. I want you guys to move. There. I really would love it if my fucking cave spider that I spent so much time and effort in capturing would actually do what I want him to do. Alright, we already have made 1 earring, so we'll just have to keep going. Grundle is fighting. Grundle's lower body skids along the ground, bruising the muscle. Oh, that Grundle just kind of like fell. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. He just moves around a bit. You're supposed to shoot his webs on soldiers when he's wild. But why is that? Who the hell is that? Francis Gala. You aren't the bookkeeper, right? No, you're not. The hell are you? What the hell are you not wearing your armor? Anyway. B. There we go. Orders cancelled. Yeah, that spider just doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. Right, so the miners have actually finished the hallway, and now we're getting into the sanctuary. And it's completely made of marble, which is good. Because that means that we have a lot of marble extra that we can use for making the statues. Dogs giving birth to puppies, always nice. Right, so here are the beginnings. Well, I was about to say humble beginnings, but they're not really humble. It's pretty ambitious to start off with. But here are the beginnings of the Pantheon. It's going to be pretty big. It's going to be just like a random project. I mean, I do not need to build this thing at all. It's just because, just to show the might of my fortress. And also to show that I love the gods. Something along those lines. Anyway, I'm going to end off the episode here as my miners dig the final, the beginnings of the Dwarven Pantheon. Yeah, I will end off the episode here. So in the next episode we'll be continuing with the Pantheon here. Also the tower, of course. And then we will Yeah, continue on the tower, continue on the other thing. And yeah, that's basically it. We're just working on that, and afterwards we will find something else to do. But yeah, this is gonna be like very, very massive. And we're already moving the marble out with the wheelbarrows. What's supposed to be in this stockpile here? Armor. It's supposed to be the armor stockpile. It's completely empty. This armor stockpile is completely empty as well, so I don't know where they moved all their armor. Bet it's in the finished goods area, because I see a lot of stuff here. Yeah, cap. Trousers. Tunic. Yeah. Settings. This is finished goods. Yeah, just random stuff. Oh, actually, type. Armor. We don't want armor in there. We want armor specifically stored at the armor stockpile. Because that's the reason why I made this stockpile. So, this stockpile we'll take from anywhere. Take from anywhere. And then I want you to take from this stockpile. From the finished goods stockpile, because that's probably full of armor. So now that we'll move the armor from the finished goods stockpile towards the armor stockpile, which is next to it. In theory. What the hell is this? A silver spear, that's what it is. This is a silver spear. One notable kill. Fresh rain lobster, the winter of waxes, the hill titan. 3 other kills. Oh, this killed the hill titan in 197, this spear. Oh, okay, cool. Slayer the Administrator, Dino Kings, 24. He's got 4 kills. So he has killed 4 people with this spear. A troll, a goblin, and another troll. He's also killed. That's pretty cool. Didn't actually know that it would give a detailed description of on the weapons like that. Struck Black Zikron. And Tanzanite. Okay, this is rough Tanzanite. Where's the Black Zikron? There it is. Also, it paused. I was wondering why my guys weren't doing anything. Also, there appears to be a whole lot of extra galena over here, which is something we don't need, because we have tons of galena already. But anyway, yeah, I'm also planning to put statues in front of here, and then of course statues there, and a statue there, some tables as an altar, and then chairs along the pillars. Everything will of course be smoothed out, the floors and the walls. There will also be engravings on the walls, but that was kind of I guess you could guess that one. So my engravers have got a long task ahead of them. The miners kind of as well, because of course they have to dig it out, so they have to dig everything out, but as you can see they are doing it with rapid speed. If there's nothing else, no tomorrow, they just do everything. Right, so yeah, in the next episode we'll be continuing working on the tower and also here on the Dwarven Pantheon. Yeah. And also I'll hopefully be naming some guys in the next episodes. So yeah, I hope you almost enjoyed the video. Click the like button if you did. Subscribe to be part of the Roman army so you never miss any of my videos. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button up here on the left of here, or the subscribe button to see the video. So the moments are